Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the chapter thermodynamics. So what is thermodynamics? Therm means heat and dynamic means in motion. So thermodynamics is basically a branch of science which deals with the flow of heat into the body and flow of heat outside the body. In this thermodynamics, two important things are there. First is system and second is surrounding. In system, we are doing our thermodynamical study. So what is system? So system is that small constituent of matter on which we want to do a thermodynamic study is known as system. So if I take the example of a system, then a hot cup of tea is the example of system. A system means because here we are dealing with this cup of tea. So the cup of tea is called constituent. So the tea is here a constituent matter, and why is it called system? Because we are seeing, means after every second, or I can say after every minute, we are checking that whether the temperature of the tea is decreasing at the fastly or at slowly. And suppose at the time t its temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, then after time t plus 5 its temperature will become 40 degrees Celsius. Since its temperature is changing, so we are calling it as a system. For example, if a cold water kept in a cup, then that will be not the example of a system. Means system will be that only in which the temperature is changing or the temperature is increasing. That means the constituent particle is kept on that small partner, that part is called a system. Okay, and for example, if I take the example that cup of tea is kept in a room, then cup of tea is the example of system and a room is the example of surrounding. Okay, then now I am moving to thermodynamic processes. So what is thermodynamic processes? So there are mainly four types of processes as it is written in front of us. First is isothermal process, in which temperature is constant. Second is isobaric process, in which pressure is constant. And third is isochoric process, in which volume is constant. And in adiabatic process, we are not adding heat. Means the heat is not supplied to the system, neither it is removed from the system. Then that part of processes is called adiabatic. Now I am going to discuss about first law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics. So first law of thermodynamics is basically based on the principle of conservation of energy. What is, according to law of conservation of energy can be neither be created nor be destroyed. Only it can be transferred from the one body to the another, or it can be changed from one form to another. So according to the first law of thermodynamics, the change in heat is equals to the change in internal energy plus work done. So what is here change in heat? Suppose you had supplied the energy to the system, then this change in heat will be positive. This change in heat is given by Q final minus Q initial. In the same way, delta U is given by U final minus U initial. In the same way, del W is given by basically P into V final minus V initial. V is here volume and P is pressure. So this is about first law of thermodynamics. Now we will discuss about zeroth law of thermodynamics. Zeroth law of thermodynamics. So what is zeroth law of thermodynamics? So according to zeroth law of thermodynamics, suppose if two bodies A and B are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Thermal equilibrium I am writing as EQM. Okay, then and suppose if A and B are in thermal equilibrium with each other and B and C are also in thermal equilibrium with each other, then ultimately A and C will be also in thermal equilibrium with each other. This is our zeroth law of thermodynamics, and it gives us the concept of temperature measurement. Okay, then third is means second law of thermodynamics. Now I am going to discuss second law of thermodynamics. So what is second law of thermodynamics? So what is second law of thermodynamics? Second law of thermodynamics is basically given by two persons. First I am going to explain about Kelvin Planck statement. Kelvin Planck statement. So Kelvin Planck has given very important law about thermodynamics, that it is impossible to construct a machine, heat engine, to construct a machine also we can tell, or we can also call it as heat engine. To construct a heat engine which work on only single reservoir. Now you are telling what he is explaining, I am not getting anything. So let me explain. Suppose this is your heat engine, okay? This is your heat engine. Suppose you had supplied energy Q to this heat engine, okay? Q initial means I am writing it as Q supplied. It's better to write as Q supplied, okay? This is supplied by you, either by coal or something else. By burning coal and something else, you have supplied Q supplied energy to this heat engine. So according to this statement, this is one reservoir, okay? First reservoir. So what is Kelvin Planck statement? Let me explain it. So first according to Kelvin Planck, he has said that it is impossible to construct a machine or a heat engine which work on only single reservoir. This is single reservoir means whatever the heat you are supplied, that will change to work done by the machine. So it is not possible, because if you find the efficiency of each and every machine, its efficiency will be always less than 100. No machine is 100% efficient. That you can also write this whole Kelvin Planck statement as it is impossible to construct a machine with 100% efficiency. Okay, now I am going to explain about Clausius statement. Clausius, S-I-U-S, Clausius statement. Okay, so what is Clausius statement? According to Clausius statement, we cannot transfer heat from low heat reservoir to a high heat reservoir without doing any external work on it. Okay, I will explain this statement a little later. First you have to see this whole video, then you will be able to understand this. Now I am going to discuss about heat engines. First I am going to discuss about heat engine, then I will discuss about refrigerator. So first is, suppose this is one reservoir, means at temperature T1. This is your engine, I am writing it as only engine, and this is your temperature T2, means second reservoir, and this is work done by the engine, okay? So suppose I had supplied Q initial, means I had supplied Q1 heat to the engine, and it had emitted Q2 heat to the, here we are assuming that T1 is greater than T2. So it is, this reservoir is at high temperature and this reservoir is at low temperature. So according to law of conservation of energy, whatever the heat I had supplied, that should be equal to Q2 plus W. Okay, this is according to law of conservation of energy, because heat is a form of energy, and we know that energy can be neither be created nor be destroyed. Means whatever the input we are giving here, here we are getting 2 output. So this Q initial should be equals to Q2 plus W. Okay, so from here what is W? W will be Q1 minus Q2. Here I am going to derive the equation of efficiency of the heat engine. So according to efficiency we all know output upon my input is given by, efficiency is given by output upon my input. Okay, so what is output? Output is work done by the engine. So work done. What is input? Input is Q initial. What you had given, that is input. Means Q initial you had given. So Q initial will be input. So if I solve it, I will get Q1 minus Q2 upon my Q1. Now I will separate Q1 in the denominator. Then I will get 1 minus Q2 by Q1. And one relation you should know that here Q2 is equals to T2 and Q1 is equals to T1. So the formula of efficiency will become 1 minus T2 by T1. This relation you should keep in mind because it is very important for your coming exams. Now I am going to derive the formula for COP, coefficient of efficiency of refrigerator. So let me derive COP of refrigerator. Then I will explain the clauses statement why I had not explained above. Okay, you will be able to clearly, means you will be able to visualize this statement after these COP derivations. So this is your temperature T1 and this is your refrigerator. I am writing it as REF. Then this is your temperature T2 and here we will do work done on the system. Okay, this Q initial is supplied, Q1 is supplied and this Q2 is released. So according to, again we will apply the law of conservation of energy. So according to which Q1 will be equals to Q2 plus W. No, here is not like that. Here we are supplying two things and we are getting one thing. So here Q1 plus W will be equals to Q2. Okay, so from here W is equals to Q2 minus Q1. Okay, so now I am going to derive COP. So COP is basically coefficient of performance output upon my input. So what is output? Q2 minus Q1. What is input? Q1. So its formula is T2 minus T1 upon my T1. Okay, this is your COP. Now I am explaining you about clauses statement. Now I am going to explain you about clauses statement. What is happening in refrigerator is, in refrigerator T1 is lesser than T2. Okay, so T1 is lesser than T2 because we want to cool the substance. That we should keep in mind. Here we want to cool the substance. We don't want to heat that substance. We want to cool that substance. So what we are doing, that we are extracting the heat from the substance and removing it outside the room. मतलब outside the room. Out in the room we can say. In the room we are. So this is the formula. Here T1 is lesser than T2. That you should keep in mind. So now I am going to explain you about clauses statement. It is written that we cannot transfer heat, but here we are transferring heat from the low body, from the cool body. Cool body I am writing here hot. Okay, so here we are transferring the heat from the cool body to the hot body. Why we have transferred? Because here we are doing one external work. We are doing the work on the refrigerator. Then only we will be able to transfer this heat from the cool body to the hot body. But what the clauses had said, let me explain once again. We cannot transfer the heat from the low heat reservoir to a high heat reservoir without doing any external work. Without doing any external work. This is its statement. But here we are doing external work. So that only I am explaining about. If you want to transfer heat from the cool body to the hot body, then you have to supply, then you have to do work on that body, then only you will be able to transfer. That's all about the thermodynamics. Hope you all will like this video. Thank you for watching this video. Best of luck for your exam.